Hey, traders. Happy Thursday. Good to see y'all. Starting the stream like we always do. You know, it's all about technical analysis and looking at Bitcoin, you know, whatever, doing the same thing we do every day. And after the, 20% drawdown in a short period of time, Bitcoin's bounced back some, but you clearly can see not many bids have come in. You certainly can't get back above 47,000 today. You tried, and you're below the 200 moving average for the first time since July 24th. Right, you're still below it, and there's no edge. Right, nothing's implying a reversal to the upside yet on the 4-hour, but you're resetting the oscillators. So normally, what happens in these situations? You dump, you consolidate for a while, reset, then you dump again. And then normally on the next dump is when eventually Bitcoin would show like classic bullish divergence. You'd be oversold not once, but then eventually twice. And that's what we're looking for an edge. That's what, that's signifies seller exhaustion. We don't have that yet. So it's really hard to be like, time to take action on Bitcoin. Not until an edge presents itself. And edges don't always present themselves before reversals. You understand that, right? So, but it's definitely what we look for, and it's definitely a way to strategize taking longs. You wanted to have a greater than 50% chance of it playing out, right? So that's kind of like it, man. I mean,
Oluxi tipped $25. I wonder who these eggplant CKS or who disliked the video before it even started. Sup, man? Spin. It's Patreon night.
Oh, I haven't drank since Saturday night. We can spin. Yeah, it's Patreon night. That's true. Dang, man. Like nothing. You drink, dude. You drink, literally. Thanks, man. All right. I don't know, dude. People dislike the stream. People don't like me. Okay. Guess what, Chad? People don't like you too. Maybe almost everyone likes you. There's someone out there that doesn't like you, just like me. George Washington, Jesus, Obama, Trump, it doesn't matter. Everyone hates somebody all the time. So there's nothing you can do about it. So who cares? So we just move on with our day and we look at the charts and we make money and we're able to provide for our families better, right? So I like you. That's real. I like you. And I know some of you like me, not everyone, but waiting for that edge on the 4-hour, don't have it yet, and it's almost like impulse down, and wow, this much time going by, and bulls unable to really do anything yet. So you think, caution still a little bit. Daily, pretty crazy. I mean, you're still above that 200-day moving average.
Thank you for the awesome education. 0.06673051 LTC.
Thank you for the contribution. Attendees made today without algos. Awesome, dude. There are a few of them that are just really, really strong. Stronger than others. Yeah, not all S coins created equal. That's for sure.
Hey, baby girl. You look super pretty tonight. 0.000215556 BTC.
I look super pretty tonight. I'm not going for the pretty vibe. Just going for the, okay, he looks somewhat professional, I guess, with a button down on. I don't know, man.
I like you too.
Thank you, Snipes, for the 3s. It's mutual likeness. Thank you, dude. So anyway, right? I mean, Bitcoin on the daily, above that 200 moving average, above that candle low close from February 28th. Nice. Stay above that, all is well. If you don't hold that, I think you're probably going down to 42K, right? If 45 doesn't hold, based on history, you're probably gonna see 42K to 40,665. So that's kind of all you got, man. It is a discernible swing low, undeniable, right? You pivoted and you reversed there. So it's kind of interesting. Almost a very, very similar price action Bitcoin saw. I mean, almost identical. If you go to the 4-hour and you go back to the date of February 25th to February 28th, it's the same thing. It's like the exact same thing Bitcoin did. It ran up to that 52K area, and 53K, and went straight down to that low from February 28th. Same price action, right? Went up to 52K, it exceeded a little bit, and then went straight down to that same exact level. I mean, to the dollar, maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, to the couple dollars before reversing. So last time in history this happened, it went right back up to 52.5 again. So I don't know if that's gonna happen, man. What's up, FD? Sure. QNT. No problem, man. Weekly still working on a big bearish and golden candle. And that's it, out of the bullish control zone, back to neutral. And you know, you're catching a reaction, it seems like, at the 61 to 66% retrace. Okay, you react, you pull back, make mild retraces from your previous low to high, and then probably gonna make a higher low and attempt to rally to 58K eventually. Listen, I mean, dude, we talked like 24 hours ago, not much. Dude, look at the price action. All right, we were here yesterday. Nothing's changed. It's like the same freaking price. So, well, there's not too much to talk about when that occurs. All right, but we'll go to Ethereum. We'll take a look at it. It's also same situation. It's kind of interesting. I've left this like old flag up there, channel, and it is uncanny, right? How well respected that old supply line is. It's being regarded again, right? It's like, that's resistance now. You can't break that. You've tried for the past 24 hours. And there's no edge here, right? I mean, you'd think, okay, you dump once, you reset the oscillators, then you eventually dump again. You could come down to like 31.20, maybe test the bottom. And when you hit the bottom there, you're making a lower low with probably much lower levels of negative momentum. You might reset, or you might get oversold again. And then that's when we'd be really, really interested, right? Because that's showing that sellers are exhausted. We don't have that yet. It's too early for the swing trader, right? Those initial impulses, probably good for scalpers, not so good for swing trading. Gotta wait, man. We need some more data. We need more evidence to believe that sellers are exhausted after this dump. And pretty much an 88% retrace. 86%, 87% retrace. Dang, it's perfect, man. And then we look over at total. We know total was the most textbook, perfect, beautiful shark ever. All the levels were met. The criteria was met. It was beautiful.
Would you please take a peek at CRLVF? Looking for entry point.
Cresco, the cannabis stock. Sure. Been a while, man.
I don't
Weed
quite
stocks.
that right hoop. 0.0002155 BTC.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Waiting on the next one, maybe? I don't even know. It's broken now. There we go.
Hi Mitch. Rune please.
We'll look at Rune. Thank you, Braxy, for the 24th super chat. Sure. So, I mean, like, you know, you got your reaction at the 88% retrace on total. All cryptocurrencies collective together, right? And you almost hit a 50% retrace, which is a pattern completion zone of the bullish 5-0. You still yet to see it, right?
Swamp Fox Optics has added Dogecoin to their accepted cryptos for payment. May I get a spin in honor of continued adoption? 0.00.
Dude, it's like every day, man. It's not just Doge, it's Bitcoin every day, right? No check though, get wrecked, thank you. I mean, dude, that is not gonna stop. I think the cat's out of the bag, dude, with this El Salvador stuff. So you just see what it's doing. It broke the inflection point from April. It's now back testing it as resistance. And if Bitcoin's gonna roll over, you could have like no surprise in seeing eventually the 50% retrace, right? From the low to the high, the 50% retrace, and also the inflection point zone back from February, right? That wouldn't be weird at all. And at that point, that's when the 4-hour would be presenting to us probably seller exhaustion. And then that's the, remember, the bullish 5-0 886 or 113%. This one was the 886. You go to the 50% retrace. That is the pattern completion zone, and that is normally when this happens. And in really bullish trends, this occurs. So we haven't touched it quite yet, even though, my God, man, we were like a few percentage points off hitting that PCZ. But normally it's not about the first time, it's only about the second time. So if Bitcoin rolls over based on the fact that we have no evidence to believe it's done, you know, on the 4 hour, then, I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to believe 1.8 trillion, 1.78 trillion dollars. Okay, so it's not trying to scare people or anything. It's just that's how it works. And hey, you know what? I really do hope and pray that it just moons now. But right, we have to be like reasonable on that. So let's look at your third largest crypto. Soon it might not be. We may not be looking at Cardano anymore, right? We got other ones sneaking up on, going on the way, right? Like Sol is like going insane. So Cardano's back above that old all-time high. Dang, man, it's back. I like it above 242. I don't like it below 242. All right, look at this on Cardano. It's still there, man. It's still hanging out. It's 230 to 242 is really good. There is no edge yet. I mean, at any time though, the asset, if it starts rallying to the upside, it could be starting to show hidden bullish divergence. Yeah, I mean, because you got a low here maybe, and even here, and no matter which oscillator you look at, it would be like lower levels of relative strength or higher levels of negative momentum and higher lows before it. So I mean, it's interesting here. Hold on to this, otherwise, yeah, you're probably going, like, think about it. If Bitcoin rolled over, Cardano's not going to hold this support, most likely. It's going down to 185 to 188 if Bitcoin wants to go test, you know, 42K again, 43K. Can you, like, leave it to your mind's imagination? If the macro rolls over, Cardano rolls over, and your target would be like 188 to 185. And, you know, market participants would probably be testing that to see if that would be a valid support. Okay, Cardano, third largest crypto, fourth largest crypto is Binance Coin. That has tested the 200-day moving average for the first time since August 5th. I think this one's fine. I think it's going to eventually make a higher low than the previous lows before it. I think it'll probably pivot, make a higher low than 330 to 350, and eventually make it to $600. Yeah, this is the daily. This is a major wave, and it takes time to get there.
Stop. Thanks. Join the Patreon people.
Hey, on thanks 20. Sure, we'll look at Root. Yep. No problem, man. Okay, so you get what I'm saying. It's a major wave. You go to the daily. I mean, there's no edge right now, but eventually it could become hidden bullish divergence based on the previous low. And the target still is eventually $600 to $637. Okay, that's it. Awesome. Those are the big four, and then let's look at the other. Let's look at number 5 because that's the newer one, right? Let me make sure I'm not wrong here. I'm not crazy. It's no Tether. We're not looking at Tether. Sol is number 6 behind Tether, and we can look at that one. Not on this watch list. Might as well be. Yeah, it's up. I mean, it was up more today. It's now right around even. It's 0.62% up on the day. It has hit $200, exceeded $200, saw an all-time high today of $215.86. I think that's wonderful. It's exceeded the 4236 fib extension. Unreal. I mean, it's just like it's melted up, and it's clearly there's a lot of money pumping into this thing, and it might be, you know, people are seeing it as like real, and there's use case, and it works, and yeah, it's certainly a hedge against this Bitcoin dump for sure. Don't know how much further it's gonna go. No one does, right? I mean, $200, really? The asset in late July was $22. Late July to the highest point today, 800% up in 50 days. Only in crypto. Only. Wow, dude. So that's your number 6 largest asset. Okay, so let's roll to the S&P 500 real quick. Check it out. Yeah, down 0.46%. What? Wrong chart. Still inside that crazy channel it's been in since the COVID crash, really. And yeah, it's pulling back. It'll probably, like historically it's done, make a higher low than the previous low from August 19th. And then run again. Money printer go burr. I mean, eventually there will be a major correction. We have had like no 5% corrections in like a year or something stupid, man. It's been a long time, man, since we had a 5% correction from the top to the bottom. We had a 10% correction a year ago, right? 1 year ago. It's not even a year ago technically. Then another one 11 months ago. Since then, it's been very, very few and far between. So, the only thing we had like 52 week highs or something in this past year. It's pretty unreal. So, yeah. Top gainers like Nike, Wells Fargo, Boeing, Raytheon, and a lot of bank stocks. Starbucks, PayPal, yeah, and then losers. Biogen, Eli Lilly. So pharmaceuticals took it on the chin today. Ford didn't do too well. Netflix. Okay, so Dow Jones falling back into the range. Could not sustain prices out.
Can we take a look at Riot? BTW House and Nespresso treating you. 0.11028285 LTC.
I don't know what Nespresso is, but whatever this is amazing. It's a lungo coffee with a shot of espresso from my Miele or whatever it's called. Just got my fresh shipment of Irwin coffee. I'm drinking Kenyan coffee today now.
Anything changed on Numa? Thanks.
No, it's still above that level. It hasn't really moved today, and it's going to roll over when or if Bitcoin rolls over. You could bet your bottom dollar. And that support may not hold if the selling on Bitcoin's too bad. Macro just outweighs it. So there really wasn't much of an edge there either. It was just a critical inflection point that must be held. And there's some assets that today that like held some or tested some critical inflection points and have rallied resoundingly. So yeah, your Dow Jones is confirmed to top a lower high. That's like form of minor distribution on the Dow Jones. So if you're back inside the range, 35K, it could be a long way down to 33.7, 33.6. So of course the money printer could just turn on again, but dang man, that is a lower high confirmation on Dow Jones daily. This isn't a joke. You can't really like that. Can't really like what you're seeing on the Dow Jones. Okay. NASDAQ Composite exceeded that 1.618. Wow. So surprised. And it's pulling back. Yep. And on the daily, bearish divergence, look, a high, right? Your high, your higher high, your lower levels of relative strength in overbought territory. So I guess that's beginning to play out before it underperforms, eventually makes a higher low and runs again. But yeah, man, I mean, pullbacks couldn't be that surprised. You get them. And then your last index fund was the Russell 2000. It's actually holding up okay. But yeah, I mean, maybe it was that a bearish Gartley or something? Oh my God, chat, look at this. It really was, wow. Textbook too, I mean, it's like undeniable. Literally perfect 786 right there. So I guess bearish Gartley on the Russ 2000. and it's reacted to the PCZ and it's selling off, it's just probably going to go where the S&P and the Dow Jones goes, and will probably underperform. So if the S&P gets wrecked, Dow Jones gets wrecked, this is going to get wrecked harder. If the Dow Jones and S&P pivot and run to the upside, this is probably going to underperform and not do as well. Just the way it's been, like this whole time.
$57.79. Hex Nordic and Hex Norway loves your streams. Could you do a TA for Hex?
Wow, that's a lot of hexes, dude. Lots of hexes, Gold Star. Thank you for the $57 super chat, and sure, we'll look at Hex. Yeah. Thanks, man. Okay, dude. So yeah, and think about this. If we're showing weakness going in, let's see what tomorrow brings us on the index funds, because you don't want to see a bad Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because that normally means really bad Mondays. And 'tis the season. Oh, September and October, man, this is bad time for stocks. I mean, or at least based on history, it's the worst things that have ever happened in the stock market's history normally happen around these times. So, except for COVID crash, it's an anomaly. Okay, so why not go to gold? Where's my data? Oh, this isn't it. Gold's, you know, trying to hold on to that $1,800 area. Look left. Look what it is. It's not a joke. It's so real. It's been flirting with this area for too long. If it holds, you're probably going to $1,900. If it doesn't, then you're probably going to roll over to $1,750, then $1,685 again. You zoom out, you go to the weekly. Wow, dude, it looked so promising. It still does look okay. It still looks like there's bullish convergence going on. Legendary bullish hammer reversal. It began, and now you're just trying to back test the old candle high close from November of 2011. Right, you're trying to hold that as support. If you can close the week with that holding as support, and maybe next week we show some, you know, a rally, that is like market participants trying to claim, hey, what was once a resistance from history is now support. We've tried it before. Look at this. You held it here in November and you rallied all the way up to 1960. Not enough demand, and then you sold off again, fell through it. And yeah, we want to see the spring back test of spring behavior. That would be really good for gold. It's still, it seems like it could go much higher in time. You just might be really old when it gets to those levels. When it gets to all-time highs, it might be 10 months to 2 years later, something stupid. All right. Hello, is this thing on? Good to see y'all. Seriously, just kind of hectic. A lot of things going on today for me in real life, so appreciate the ones that are watching. I do enjoy this. Okay, so I think we got some requests, maybe.
Noise! Peace. I've been on
Dow
Fister.
Jones?
Got kicked off the plane back to Boston because my mask was under my nose. So, I finished the tour. Last 11 shows. Peace. 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 Glad to be back.
Dude, I hope you still have all your brain cells, because we know what goes on at these fish benders, okay? Thanks, man, for the 20. I think you forgot your signature contribution amount. That's why I said it. Thanks, dude. Okay, so requests. We had a few of them, at least, right? Okay, first one was this one.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Oh man. Oh god, it looks
I'm getting so
unbelievable,
much
doesn't it?
value out of Patreon, especially all the apprentice vlogs with Adam aka Adriest. I'm learning so much, even just reading Citadel chat is amazing. Love this community.
Arabian Pleb, thank you, dude. Yeah, I mean, people underestimate how much value there is in just our premium chat that's going 24/7. Yeah, there's always something to learn in there. Always people talking about things that interest you as a trader. Yes. Thank you, man. I'm glad you're getting value out of it. Fantastic, man. I don't think anyone here needs to know. I mean, you got to have some rudimentary understanding of TA, I guess, but I think a lot of us know what this might be, chat. I mean, it may fail, because they definitely fail, man. But dude, when you have an impulse up and then your consolidation's so tight like that, that's like bull pull bull flag right there. I mean, it does look good, and you got hidden bullish divergence to boot. Dude, dude, I mean, like, you know, you think, okay, the next move is up again, but I don't know if we could pull on it. It's pretty, something like that maybe, right? That's pretty nice, dude. So the TA is respected in this really, really bullish trend. The impending price action continuation being implied. Up would be next, not down. Very good, dude. Probably looks okay on the daily too. Daily doesn't have enough data. Nah, it's not really very good looking on the daily. There's not near enough candles, right? 4 hour looks pretty good. That's what I'm saying. You had a bearish engulfing candle yesterday. That's what I'm saying. These things can fail. They're certainly not value plays. They'd be certainly only momentum plays. You'd be playing momentum and the pattern recognition and the 4 hour oscillators. The daily hasn't even really fully reset yet, but you could see that it's so good looking on the 4 hour, huh? Okay, so I mean, like, if it was measured move or something like that, you know, it's measuring from the bull pull, bull flag. I like candle close. Dang, Nick, let's go, man. Jeez. Give some hype in the chat
Good
for
morning,
Nick.
brother. Surfer.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are around the world. Crypto is global. This community is certainly global. So thank you, man. That's largest contribution of the day, man. Very grateful. So a lot of people are like, oh, from the breakout, from the bottom of the flag somehow. I always like the breakout, and you could say like a measured move would be like $494, almost $500. I think that would be adequate for a measured move if it broke out. So there you go, a $500 target, just about. If you were going to try to play this, I mean, you don't have any help on the daily, and it's not value. I like value trades more than anything when there's like certain classic bullish divergence and stuff, or you have a really nice structure where there's hidden bullish divergence on like that right shoulder of the inverse head shoulders, or the third valley of the three rising valleys, right? I guess like the only way, if one's going to play this, they just probably have a stop loss maybe below 278, that one wick low from September 7th. It's kind of tight, or it's kind, you know, it's hard to strategize. I mean, like, you know, you think, oh, critical inflection points is where you normally strategize your stops. Well, there aren't any real inflection points up here, right? So it's tougher to be like,
Comrade, tomorrow I am taking ST to become a member of Patreon. I am very excited. My life will not be not great or terrible. IT will be amazing. Thanks,
it
comrade.
will be amazing. It will be inverse 15,000 Rolkin. Thank you so much, comrade, for the 3.6 Rolkins, man. Thank you, dude. Do you taste metal? Yeah, taste metal, chat. Some of y'all get that. Inside joke. I love nuclear meltdowns and cores exploding. I'd love to be a part of one someday. Thanks, comrade. Okay, so bull flag on QNT, but it just as easily could fail. So protective stops. It's harder to strategize as protective stops when you're in outer space. Okay. That was just disgusting, dude. Absolutely disgusting. Correction going on. I'm glad I got out when I got out long ago. Yeah, man, it's like this. Matthew D had identified this inverse head and shoulders. Took my long up here when it was identified and got out around 1380, 1440 area, and on the way down though, and look at it now. It's on its way probably to go test 734. It broke a critical support at 952. There's nothing here. There's nothing here till 739. I'm gonna get rid of the neckline now, the old neckline of the Momo shifting structure. Beautiful. Not so beautiful anymore, right? Straight up, straight down, straight up. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. Lots of history. Or within 734 and 952, the history is normally straight up, straight down, a couple times maybe not. But eventually, if it doesn't go all the way down, it goes straight back up to that same inflection point. So you know how very real these levels are. You would think that 734 is the next target, and it could go much further down than that on a pot stock, dude. It's not federally legal. The 618 is upon you. I think, like, you know, if you want amazing opportunity, maybe $4, 416 to 371 down there, the 886. Go for a full reset, right? Because when 734, if it doesn't hold, it would probably dump to the 786. If 734 doesn't hold, it's going to 527 minimum, right? The next lows, like one from September 21st and one from October 11th. This is something I wouldn't be touching this right now. It's very, very oversold, but it could be oversold just to rally, make another lower high, and dump again. It is in a big time correction, and the correction could extend on for much longer than you think. Down 4.14% today. Nah, dude, I'm just wait for the deep value areas on stuff like this. So that means move on for the next few months. Gross. Wait. It was awesome at one time though. It really, really was, and Matthew D killed it on that. I made tendies off of it. Okay. Let's see here. Well, I think we had a measured move of it was a beautiful pattern. I mean, that was one of the prettiest ones I'd seen on Rune. It broke out. I think, oh, sorry, I have the measurement on the daily visible. There it is. Dang, man. It's just sometimes disappointing, right? That was pretty close. I mean, you were within 50 cents of hitting the 100% measured move from the breakout of the structure. And it's not over yet. I mean, I think if this doesn't hold, like Bitcoin rolls over because no one wants to buy it yet. There's no bids. There's no exhaustion from sellers. I think the area to be paying attention to is 620 to 658. That's a big time area. Look at that back test of that spring. When it held that support, that's when it had that huge move up. But then the macro rolled over and it couldn't do much more. So no real edge on the daily.
Hey Miche Vax PLS.
Sure, we'll look at AVAX. Yep, no problem. All right, so with Rune, I don't know if anything's actionable right now. It's really hard to take action on anything with the way the macro looks and the way everything, almost, not everything, but almost everything in this space in crypto looks identical locally to Bitcoin, where it's testing the 200 moving average as resistance like Bitcoin. It's not showing seller exhaustion yet. It's just been consolidating for a good 24 hours. Much lower, not threatening the highs before it, right? That's kind of bearish consolidation. And you got to look at this low from, or this high from September 6th is lower than the high from August 23rd. So there is a very small amount of what distribution going on Rune. So now maybe some bearish consolidation. It wouldn't be that surprising just to think in your mind if Bitcoin rolled over because it's not showing any signals that it's going to reverse upward. This thing could dump and your target would be 620 to 658 because it's a major inflection point. And that's somewhere to be eyeballing and looking for potential seller exhaustion. And then we'll be paying attention to it. We'll be monitoring it. I'm here like every day. So, right. That's your Rune. Rune, like everything else, or a lot of other things. Does anyone here live in College Station, Texas? Please. Someone in here has to live in College Station, Texas. Let me know. Okay, Ruin. I wish there was more I could do, or more I could tell you, dude. We'll see here. Root is terrible. This is such a loser. Man, I don't know. Last time we were here was when it formed a really nice looking, well, it was close to it, a decent harmonic, but rallied off the 1272, then dumped again. And it's just like 1381 was a major resistance, June 9th, and it's just been dumping ever since at all-time lows. Not an asset to be trying to find bottoms. I mean, like, it just, the assets we're looking for, if they're dumping like this, we want historical evidence that where they're at, there is price action correlation, right? Where it's like, let's say, for instance, the data we saw like was like this. Okay, if like, you know, and then maybe even more so like this. If we could identify some historical stuff here, it might be good, but we can't. It's at all-time lows, and if there's exhaustion, that's great, but like, it could be exhaustion, it could rally, it's in a long-term downtrend, that's all it is, and then it could make a lower high and just dump again to all-time lows. So without this type of context, I can't be like rooting for this asset. Root the stock. Terrible, dude. It's not good. And without what I just showed you, it's just, it may bounce here, man. I just plotted 536 as an example. There's no support here. It's like, it's just nothing. Like, if it rallied, then the first level, wow, it already did that like days ago. The low from May 10th and May 26th, it went up there and tested it. It opened at 795, a gap up, it tested it and reversed violently, and now it's still down there. So yeah, it could go climb up and test it again, sure, but for me, I don't know what it is that would intrigue one to even request this. Is it because you're sensing maybe a wedge or something? Is that what you're doing? You're like, hey, I identified this structure and I want you to see if it's real. That is a freaking beautiful wedge though. Dang, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. That's kind of impressive, man. It actually, I know why you requested it now, but again, I'm still saying, like, normally even if you have a wedge, you want that stuff I talked about, the context. So there's not much else. You're almost near the apex, right? I mean, so according to Bulkowski, the closer these assets get to their apex, the higher probability becomes of a big move. So, I mean, make sure this is visible. Let's see how it looks going on daily. Nice wedge. Wow. Pretty much the whole chart is a freaking wedge, dude. Hey, John. So I've secured my tickets to the game. I'm going with one of my buddies I played football at Bama with. And they're really good seats, like unreal seats, but there's no lodging. So if you're from College Station and you got lodging somewhere, hit me up, dude. My God, oh, it's me and my buddy, so it's like we're going. Okay, Randy, will tell her to hit me up, dude. Okay, so I've never been to Kyle Field, and I wanted to go, bucket list thing, you know, and it's gonna be #1 in the country versus potentially #4, but probably #5 in the country. And that's awesome. So, you know, if measured move, if it ever broke out from wherever it broke out from, we just go from the bottom, or from the beginning of the pattern, the widest area of the wedge, from the breakout, that's how we would measure. So say it broke out in the next few days, your target, if it was gonna actually respect the measured move, this doesn't mean it's ensured that it's gonna happen, because it could underperform. But this is how we do it right here. That would be it. $19 would be your target if this ever played out. That's a pretty wedge, man. I just wish there was a bull trend preceding it. Yeah, that's it, dude. No, I just think that it's like the probability becomes higher that it's breaking out, down or up, the closer it gets to the apex. That's it. So the daily, nice bullish divergence on the MACD that played out. Look at the positive histogram island. The price didn't really play out at all. It's not good signs typically. So I'm not saying to take action on it, but we have identified a beautiful structure that could usher in a reversal. It very well could. Nice. Okay, that was root for Anon. Nice identification. I think that's exactly why he requested it, and that's okay, dude. You know, when I realize why someone requested something, it's a better request, right? Okay, we'll see. For Steven. Steven, how you doing, man? Yeah, all right, so this is UMA to the US dollar tether. It's done nothing, just like Bitcoin the past 2 days, which isn't really good. You know, Bitcoin rolls over, this thing's screwed. This $10 area certainly will not hold. Patrons, if you're listening to me, get that, right? The macro doesn't hold, $10 doesn't hold on UMA. It sucks, dude. But I just want you to see, right, the education involved with what this asset, at least, has done at this $10 area, right? I think I went over it yesterday. So it's like candle high close, manufactured October last year, then disregarded not later that month, and then December, and then January of this year. It was always resistance, but then that one time it became support in late January, and when it did that, it went up absurd, like 400% or something stupid percentage points upward. And so, like, okay, it finally made it back down to this same level. It became support. Rallied. Bitcoin rallied too. Then the macro rolled over. Bitcoin rolled over, and so did UMA. But then 100% retrace almost on this M shape. One bottom, second bottom. Confirmation low. You rallied. You've sprung. You sprung August 8th. Hold on a sec, dude. Sounds like someone robbed a bank. Manny, thank you for the South African rand. 169.99 South African rand. He says wrecked. That's right, dude. Thank you so much, dude, for the support. Be safe out there. It's getting wild down there in South Africa.
Looks like it's about to go parabolic. Possible hidden media on the 4 hours.
Coin momentum was shifting, yeah.
Possibly. Plus, the media is pumping fear. Can I count my early tip as a request? Peace.
I don't know what you just said. Hold on a sec. Yeah, but coin, yeah. That had been looking pretty freaking good, man. That bullish cipher, I think, was what it was the beginning. Just pinning that real quick. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, back to UMA for a second. $10 historically. When you held that, you've gone berserk. Well, this is the first spring back test on the daily. Right? I mean, this is it. So it's like, if this holds, there could be tremendous upside if history repeats itself. But unfortunately, it's not a very strong argument besides that, right? There's nothing really looking good on the daily oscillators. On the 4 hour, I don't really see anything. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing. This is like implying, yeah, we'll go down one more time. We'll wave down one more time. And then when we wave down one more time, we'll probably then show that seller exhaustion. But yeah, it's not really good right now, but it is above a critical level that it tested successfully. And that's nice. Hopefully, right? What we would pray for is if Bitcoin did roll over, UMA just would go back down to $10, test it again, and then show oversold and, lower levels of negative momentum, that bearish or that bullish divergence. That's all we can hope for. It's such a major area, though. Such a big deal. Pay attention to it. Okay. Also, Chris P. and Juan Pablo S. Thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to see the Patreon and Discord. Much love. Really appreciate it. Y'all. By the way, we have 135 active annual patrons. That is impressive. 135 people pledged for the year because they believed, because they saw it. Okay, so next one was, dude, I'm going in order, by the way, so don't, you know, be, hey, I requested something and you're not looking at it. It's like, because you requested it after the other person. This doesn't look good at all. I mean, Riot showing, it's like the Dow Jones almost, right? A high and then a lower high, double top, confirmation high, and you're at the bad action magnet move. Pretty much. You break this. Oh yeah, you break this, man. Oh, I see you, Riot. You have to go all the way back to March of 2014, a wick high at $31 and change. You're right at it, man. Understand what happens if you don't hold this level. Look at that. Straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down. Straight up. Kind of straight down. Straight up. It could go straight down again. Okay, so just be careful on Riot. It's at an inflection point after confirming the top is in on the 4 hour. Yes. So not really actionable right now based on that. That's ugly, man. You're below the 200-day moving average. You did show a bullish Harami today on the close, but there's not strong enough of an argument at all on the daily oscillators. I hate it, man. I mean, you could be going for a gap fill at 26 bucks from here. Yeah, this is it, dude. You got one lone wick. That's probably not very strong. I think you got a candle low close. Yeah, candle low close right there from February 2012. Yeah, more reasonable, stronger support's probably going to be down at 23 bucks, 22.79. So that could be happening. I would just, I don't think it's actionable for long right now. I would be careful on Riot. Nice harmonic though. You got a great reaction. Maybe you come down, reaction, reversal low. Maybe it comes down to 25 bucks and you double bottom majorly, and then it runs insanely to 65 bucks and beyond. Okay, and then what happens if it fills the gap, comes for the reversal low? You get another X, A, B, C, D. You get another M shape. Wow. My God, it would be a friggin' Gartley. It'd be the Gartley chat. It wouldn't go quite that low though if it was going to be real. All right, the 786 is 27.74, which there's no real support there, is there? But it's all I can do is identify an M shape, and it's got lower to go if this is real. And again, the PCZ would be 27.50 on Riot. Okay, so let's go to Hex now. That's the next request, up 6.8%. Oh my God, chat. Could you even believe it if I told you that Hex in 56 minutes, if all stayed the same, would be closing at its highest levels ever again? Over and over and over again. There's only been like one day in the past like 10 days where it hasn't made its highest candle close ever. And it was just a major spinning top where intraday Hex swung 58.45% in value. Nowhere but crypto will you get stuff like this. 58% swing in 24 hours. And then says meh and runs to all-time highs 2 days in a row now. And soon we'll be approaching the 4236, which is 50 cents. Oh yeah, above 50 cents, 60, 75, and then probably $1 after that. All I can do is just look at the chart, man. And all we can do is talk about psychological resistances. I don't know when it's going to give up. I don't know when it's going to reverse. But it'll probably end really badly eventually. God, imagine, no. Shorting Hex is equally as ridiculous as going long here too. I just think it's unactionable for both sides because the risk could be so high. Like you could get cleaned out shorting here, good God. But at the same time, I have no idea when a rug pull happens on this one either. You know, it's currently at all-time highs on the daily RSI at 91.6. Imagine taking a rational, thinking you're taking a rational, reasonable long when the RSI is at 91.5, and it's never been there before. Well, hold on. Yes, it has. It's Actually, all-time highs on Hex RSI on the daily was 93.38. But look, 93.38, and then 91 or 92, and then 91.2. Almost every time when you get between 90 and 93, major reversals occur. You reset the RSI. So you understand that you're at those levels now. You're rivaling the highest levels you've ever seen a multitude of times, and every single time historically the RSI has reset, where you've gone from extremely severely overbought to not overbought at all. So you better be careful if you're long out there, knowing what we're seeing on the RSI right now, okay? Could be going, I mean, it doesn't mean the trend's going to end. It just means that a pullback can happen. It resets the oscillators and then it just does the same freaking thing it's been doing, okay? It's a really strong asset. Technically. I don't know about fundamentally. I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm not saying it's not a scam. I'm just looking at the candles. That's it. Okay. Good luck. This one, the way the chart looks, based on history of all charts that have ever looked like this, they normally don't end well. But then, right, okay, I say that, and then we go to Google, then we go to the monthly on Google. Number go up. This is linear scale. It's not log scale. I'm just saying, right? This probably won't end well, but who knows when it will not end well? Who knows when it will end? It will be bad. Monthly RSI on Google is at 86, highest levels it's seen since 2006. But yeah, Google, okay. Different story than Hex. I'm just saying, right? I'm just messing around here. Thank you again, Gold Star, if you're out there still watching. All right, is there next request? Dang, a lot of contributions. Thank y'all. All right, next request. AVAX. That had a spectacular bullish structure, M shape, right? Reaction, reversal lows. And it played out. It like literally did what these assets do and is now correcting. I don't know how long the correction will last. It's certainly in some sort of structure consolidation, maybe, where it's like a channel. Yeah, it's like a beautiful, beautiful channel. This could last for weeks. This could do a full reset. This could come all the way back down to $15, $14, and you have another M shape. But so we have some support resistance from March and April and kind of May, and that's where you are. You really don't want to find this asset below 39.29 because price action historically between 22.64 and 39.29 is straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. So this asset, if it falls below 39.29, you could imagine it's going to go straight down to 22.64 again. And that's going to be a deeper retrace, and you're probably going for a full reset. And I'm just talking about something like this. You know, you think about it. You just think about it, man. Something like this. 886, deep retraces, bats, whatever. Okay, so I'll just plot it. I'll just do the zone here so you can see it. You're within it, so you're safe for now, but you weren't. It was scary for a second. You went to go test that 200 moving average. No edge, obviously, on the oscillators. And there goes my music, man. Okay, so it's probably just going to do what Bitcoin does. I wouldn't consider this a bull flag. I think it's too steep in its down sloping behavior, but it's okay. It's just, I don't know if it's time to take action. I think if it holds 39.29 long enough and the macro doesn't roll over, it very well could go up to test all-time highs, or at least it's high, you know, right around $60. But if things don't go well for Bitcoin, 2264 would be that hard target below 39.29. That's it. Hey, Gold Star's here. What's up, dude? Okay, yep. Next request, the last one so far, is old Coinbase. It does look rather good, right? It all started with a bullish Bartley, bullish bat pattern. Really nice. Momo shifting, harmonic there. And now what are we doing? You're just making higher highs. Actually, you failed to make a higher high recently. So a little bit of distribution, it might be the macro. You can see even if you plot like that, you broke a demand line, but if you adjusted for new data, have you broken? No, you're right at it, right? So 1 and 2, this anchor point here, testing it. I think there's something more important than the demand line though. 250, 248 to 250, that's the big cutoff point on this one. You want to see this asset stay above 248, 250. Otherwise, historical price action between 212, 248, straight up, straight down. I don't know. There's a lot of chop, but I just think that's the big inflection point that's been regarded as resistance in May, June, July, and spring back test of spring in August. It was once a resistance, 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 resistance. Then it became a support again for the first time since it was created in May. So spring back test, spring holding, made a lower highs, pulling back. This is where we say, all right, you must stay above 248. That's it. Bullish above 248, below 248, not really good. Could go for full reset. It could make a deep 88% retrace. And then it's an X, A, B, C, D, like down here at 223 or lower. Okay, those are your levels. It's all about the levels, man. Like all TA, it's about the levels, and you're above one critical level. And as long as it stays above that, you're in good shape for higher prices. Okay, and you're making higher lows. You want to make higher lows than your previous discernible swing lows, like August 18th and really August 27th. Stay above those levels, and you're in really good shape. That just means accumulation, more market participants on the asset than they did before. Okay, so it's okay for now, but things change really fast. And you're near a level where it could change fast.
Can we look at Hut 8? It is outperforming GBTC bigly. Gracias, amigo.
What's up, JS, man? Yeah, sure. Wait a second, where is the data on this one? Well, it's a weird chart. It's one of those weird ones where nothing shows up on the 4 hour, but on the daily, everything shows up. I don't care if it's the time to long or care about HUT was back July 20th of last year. Look at this. We had already identified the spring back test, the spring hidden bullish divergence. It was there, dude. This was legendary. I mean, this is like what dreams are made of. This is how you make life-changing money. When you're able to identify major inflection zones, and then you're able to identify springs and back test of springs of those inflection points, and add that, and on the daily, significant time scale, on the daily, bullish hammer kind of, but it was really this hidden bullish divergence. And then you were back above 376, and look what happened since then. You caught a little bit of reaction at another inflection zone, right? Before making a higher low and running again. Some of these altcoins look like they're trying to do that for every Bitcoin. Okay, so where is it now? Well, the highest candle close of all time was back February 22nd of this year, but just a few days ago, this asset had a higher candle, the highest candle close of all time, September 3rd, just 6 days ago. And now it's just hanging out at that other level, that major level. I don't know. This is exactly where major reversals can occur. After such a tremendous markup, this is not actionable for long. This is high risk. This is premium. And it pulls back, pivots, make a higher low, and it goes again all-time highs. Sure, but right here, this is exactly where people take profits, people go short. I'm just saying, man, what a run. The time to, you understand, right? Why it makes sense to long an asset, why it makes sense to maybe take profit or not to enter a long right now. You get what I'm talking about here? Put, beautiful, yeah. Outperforming the crap out of GBTC, yeah, sure. Okay. God, so good. I'll look back here. Give me a sec. Okay, so that was it. That was the last request. I've been live hour and 6 minutes, so I guess we can do the look on the 8 stuff. We do. Thanks for the 850 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, that sub. Be sure to join the Patreon, or if you want to support the stream and you want to learn more about swing trading, technical analysis, and be just connected to a very large community of like-minded individuals, all on their trading journey together. Way better making money with people than by yourself. And joining Discord is free, right? You can just join the Discord and you're connected to like almost 14,000 other traders. Right? And there's educational resources in there that are free too. Okay, like where to get started and stuff, like what kind of books to read or to buy. And that's it. Again, if you live in College Station, okay, hit me up, because I'm trying to find lodging, my buddy and me, and we can work something out. All right, I'm telling you, dude. Maybe a live stream at your place in October. Let's go. I mean, maybe, Stone Man. Who wants to do that? God. I want to enjoy myself, like to the fullest extent of my abilities. Which would be if I could find a place in College Station. I'm going to stay there. Okay, so... yeah, Bitcoin just hanging above that 200-day moving average again. Negative momentum at its highest level since May 25th. Building. Neutral on the RSI at 47.55. And nothing implying a reversal to the upside on the 4-hour. So, nothing's implying reversal to the upside on the daily right now. Yeah, GRT above that 75-80 cent area is fine. It's still okay. Price Young for Heisman? Yep. Yep. Imagine arguing with that. My God, man. Not staying in a tent at College Station, dude. Never. Never do. So let's look at some of these notable gainers, before I go. We want to look at Algo, that's up 20% today. It's hitting a 1414 fib extension. Almost got to that 1.618 at 256. 40 minutes to go. Anything's possible. It is at 83 on the RSI, not even all-time highs. Back in February, algo saw 91.5. Wow, momentum. It's incredible, right? No action to take. That was maybe profit taking. That's about it. Tezos, unreal, like crazy. Sold off, back tested the 200-day moving average. What a tweezer bottom. This is a real tweezer bottom right there on Tezos on the daily yesterday. Beautiful.
Right.
And
Keep
now
it up,
major bullish
THX,
engulfing
man.
candle. And you're getting back above that high from February 13th. The candle high close. Highest candle close of all time at one point. Yep, and anything above that, price action history is normally straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So if it could hold above this and maybe back test 535, there could be a lot more upside. It's pretty wild that it's doing all this when Bitcoin's not doing well at all. What's up, Jesse? We can look at AMC, all right? That did at one point have a beautiful falling wedge. It did break out of it. We'll go back to it. That's it. I guess, man, hidden bullish divergence argument developing really, really fast. Wow, what a reversal, man. Tezos. Then you got KSM. KSM doing similar stuff, man. You gotta love it. That 200-day moving average held. I guess you would definitely say on your oscillator hidden bullish divergence locally. God, man. But that's like what any of these coins could do. They're just not. Not all of them are doing it. Like at any time on all these coins, just about, if they were able to pivot now and do what these others are doing, they would all start developing hidden bullish divergence on the daily. All of them. But most of them are tied heavily to Bitcoin, high beta, and then some aren't, like this one, and Tezos, and Algo, and ICX. Beautiful little bullish pin bar. Beautiful technical hidden bullish divergence that has it's like this. It is just non-stop, man. No matter what's happening on ICX, every time it pulls back, it makes lower levels of relative strength. And including this most recent time. Above 134, which was that high back from May 26th that held it very, very well. Back above the 200-day moving average, and you could run back up to 185, 192 again, because between 134, 185, it's really between $1 and 192. It's straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. So, I mean, it could go right back up there. Continuing to diverge. Hidden divergence. ICX. Trade setup. Hit one target of the three, meaning we figured eventually there would be some sort of pullback. It just happened to be exactly at the first profit taking level. Isn't that insane, chat? No, it's literally, it makes too much sense. It's like, oh yeah, that's TA, that's how it works. We're in sync with the markets. We can be anyway, right? Oftentimes wrong. You don't have to be right all the time to make money. Technically, 3-to-1 reward risk, you only have to be right 33% of the time. So yeah, it's like this, man. It's like, okay, first profit taking level is 184. We knew above 104, $1, you could double in value almost. Okay. It did it, man. It literally almost doubled in value, hit the first profit taking level, pulled back, and is now rallying again. Because I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over for these altcoins. I think ICX eventually is going to break through 184, 192, and then go see the next levels. And then after that, dude, if Bitcoin's really going to 100K, like all these genius experts are saying, all of them, Plan B, everything, Raul Paul, oh my God, they're all so smart. This thing's going to go to all-time highs. It's going to go up to like $4, 466 back from 2017, 2018. But dude, they're very, very confident. More confident than me, and that's okay. Like, I'll tell you, with authoritarianism taking over every aspect of our lives, that makes me feel more confident in crypto. Trustless networks and systems versus some woke, crazy person
Can we check heels,
that's a Marxist
please?
trying to tell
I
me
sold green.
everything. Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. Oh yeah, we're gonna kill your livelihood if you don't do this. Oh, you're trying to kill the people. New religion of things happening. It's like science is not so much there anymore. It's more so unelected bureaucrats telling us what we can and can't do. What'd you just say? Egg, what's up, man? Oh, EOS? Hey, you sold cream? Good. Well, it's already, the damage has already been done, dude. Like CO, I don't even think the composite operator can know that an exploit's coming to some S coin named cream, okay? EOS. What a dump, man. Oh, it broke out. It was so amazing. And then the macro, and it's very high beta. So look what it did, though. Isn't it funny? When it broke 531, it went to the next inflection point of 423, which is back September 2019. February 2019. Look. August 2018. They went and tested that, so there's no real edge. Ended up showing bearish divergence in the end, I guess. Yeah. The high, the much higher high, the lower levels relative strength. It's just a fast reversal, man. Happened really fast. So don't know if there's any action to take on it right now. But still very much in an uptrend. I think what will happen is it'll eventually make a higher low than 326, pivot, and then run again, and eventually see 670, $7, maybe even 860 again. I don't think it's over yet for the altcoins. I just don't, man, based on everything, like where they are, like these huge harmonic structures that are 200 days large, right? Some of them have just begun to take off. Some of them have only retraced 23% of the way. That is just too shallow for a major overall reversal. I think they will retrace higher to the 38% to the 61% retrace. Some of them have already done that. Some of them definitely have exceeded those and gone to all-time highs. High performers. Yeah, the new meta is trying to find a way to be your own boss, because it seems like everyone's boss has become political and psycho. So, you know, hey, if you want to work here, we're going to make sure you have to do things. Okay. Figure it out. It's the new meta. It's the new cool thing to do. Be your own boss. So that was your EOS egg. It's kind of rough, dude. But still, gonna be fine as long as it makes a higher low than 327 eventually. Okay, that's it. Yeah, like GRT, people were concerned. I mean, I understand you could be concerned. You know, but look, the inflection zone between 75 cents and 81 cents, right? It's above it. It held above it. It's trying to maintain prices above it. And if it stays, then eventually market participants will see that and more bids will come in and it'll eventually run to the next resistance, which the next resistance is going to be the local high at 108 now. The ones that were the double top right there. It looked so good. It was rounding out. Then the macro dumps and GRT dumps with the macro. So there's no real edge or anything here. It's just at the point. It's like UMA. It's kind of like UMA, where there's no edge, but dang, man, historically, what's happened at this level, if you break this level and you back test it as support, it can go berserk, just like UMA did. Just looking at it, there's multiple assets that are up substantially. Like, look at this one. Look at DOT, chat. Oh my God. Talk about inflection point. 2650, 2750. You're above it. You're trying to bullishly engulf above not just the inflection point, but the 200-day moving average. And oh my goodness, it's so fast. Hidden bullish divergence on the RSI could be in development. Dang, man.
I find so much value in your channel. Anyone can be their own boss if they put their mind to it. Peace.
Thank you, Dow Jones, for the 5 and the kind words. Yeah, it's true. If you put your mind to it, you can do it, man. And all you got to do is compete against yourself from yesterday. And how do you do that? Just invest in yourself a little bit every day to where you're better than you were the day before. That's it, man. So anything above 2650, 2750 is $40 eventually. That's it. It has to be your target based on history. That is your target. $40 above 2750 eventually. Okay. What the heck? How is there hidden bullish divergence developing on DOT already? It might be beautiful. was it, dude. So we got less than 30 minutes till your daily candle close. Go ahead and hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Why not? Who cares, right? God. You know. Okay, well, I guess we're good. I'm just looking at some of the coins, right? And it's all over the place. So it's just gonna be like that, man. Hold above 45,235 dollars. Because if you don't, based on history, you're probably going to 42K. You will lose $3,000 in value. Bitcoin doesn't hold 45.2. All right. If this is not where it reverses upwards, that's where it's going. Right. So you got one glimmer of hope. Bitcoin at one point in history has regarded the level we're at currently as a support and a reversal area where it went eventually to all-time highs. 62,000. All right, 61.7. So that's all you got going. You got this level here. Mysteries abound. Okay, no edge. 4 hour is implying nothing. It's just after bearish impulse, the oscillators have reset and or they're resetting, and I mean could continue to reset for a little bit longer. Eventually show positive again, and then eventually you probably go up maybe a little bit higher or not any higher, and then you dump one more time. You maybe go back test the wick low at 43K, 42.7 or 42.8, excuse me. So you don't want to break 45,000 again though, because we know it could very well end up at 42K. So appreciate the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I think we covered some good ground today, but unfortunately, you know, not every day is going to have crap loads of data and edges have developed. It's just it's one of the days that wasn't that. So I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the T. Sorry, Jesse, man. Yeah, got you, dude. He did. And soon approaching the first target. AMC, first target, right? Beautiful falling wedge, $56, second target. So $50, almost $51, first target, $56, second target. I mean, that's like a traditional market falling wedge, bread and butter, take profits. Okay, it could keep going, it could go insane, but I'm just telling you, it's on its way, right? And this was identified in the stream, I mean, before the breakout even. Like, don't be surprised if AMC has a 20% update. It literally happened, you know, because it broke out. So this was it. This was posted. Every patron was pinged. But if you were watching the stream on August 23rd, this chart was posted. I don't know why it's like all weird like that. But that was it. It was like we were just about to break out. It was the day before the breakout. It was posted. 50%, 618 your targets. Okay, and beautiful. Jesse, there you go, man. That's it. Okay. Good to see y'all. Thanks again. Peace.
Thank you.
Bye.